Hello. It's Friday, February 7th, 9:06 a.m., the year of 2025. The location, Los Angeles. And it's raining here. We don't get much rain, but when it rains, it pours. Had a couple days of rain, and it's been grey and overcast, so it keeps me in a little bit. So whilst I'm in a little bit in here, I had a look around. I saw things in my peripheral vision that I'd never seen before. I used my sense of smell to understand that a few things needed cleaning. I used my taste to eat food, probably a little too much, which I normally try and moderate. I heard the rain pitter-pattering on my roof and the birds outside cawing, mostly crows, but some other birds too. And I felt through my sensational being a kind of weird. I see, you can't start something by describing it as weird, can you? No, okay. Alrighty. I felt like I was being held captive by myself so as I could formulate and organize the. Oh, I'm looking at myself now. Don't like that. That's all right. I was trying to formulate and organize this human experience into something a little more than just my sensory perception. And I did feel some pain, I'll admit. There was physical pain, mental anguish, emotional anguish for sure, and spiritual disturbance. So maybe this last few days have been something that I needed to do. Maybe it was a cleansing thing. Maybe it was a recognition thing. Get outside yourself, look at yourself, use your lens of perception to perceive who you are, go deep within, find the place where it is peaceful, make sure that you are in a peaceful place and love everybody, then go out and spread that word in, all that stuff that I've been doing for many years. I had to have a checkup. So I did it myself, I suppose, but I wasn't really truly invited in. That's the thing that's weird. It's not like I was looking for guidance, although, again, are we automatons who are guided? Well, yes, I suppose. I mean, there was a wonderful band in the 80s, Guided by Voices. I mean, it's like, there's God. God is guiding us, but we can't explain God. We can't explain love. So I've always equated the two. But the thing is, it's like, I didn't feel defiled. I'll admit that. So the last couple of days, since Wednesday evening, it's now Friday morning. So, a fair amount of time I've been in discomfort and struggling with my physical space and also my spiritual, emotional, and mental. I've been struggling in that space to keep the balance, so I needed guidance and somebody, something, somehow. Maybe it was me, inside me. It's too hot. I'm going to turn this heater off. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's very strange. But then I had to sort of really, take on all aspects of that. If I move too far away from the mic, I've been told people can't hear me. And if they want to listen to me, they can. I was going somewhere with that. That was a thought that just came in and went out again. Shall I come in and go out again? That's what I feel like's happening. Excuse me. Oh, it's funny. I called this one, "Does my bum look fat in these jeans?" Trying to tackle the issue of bloodlines and the extraordinary way in which humans have decided to consolidate their bloodlines, interbreed, blue bloods, red bloods, green bloods, yellow bloods, orange bloods. Who cares? It's a bloody mess. And it's a bloody mess because we're following people that have realized many, many centuries ago that they can control, by whatever means, other people. So they pass that down their generationals until they get to the point where, even though they are following their bloodline, some of them, and I know I'm not forgiving anybody for evil deeds in this world, but some of them wield their power still with very little intellect. They haven't inherited anything except the blood. They haven't. And even though I attribute the control system that started the bloodlines way centuries ago, and I don't even know if it was aliens or if it was real people or whatever, but for whatever reason, they decided to take power, and I attribute that to intelligence. I don't think it is intelligent. I think it's just bullying. Now, maybe when all that happened, the bully felt like he was protecting the family. Felt like. And then because his family progeny kept going, he thought, well, I must have done a good job. That was his reward. So it's a self-fulfilling thing, isn't it? You see what I'm saying? Control is a self-fulfilling thing. If you allow yourself to be controlled by another, then it's still the same. It's a self-fulfilling thing. Maybe I'm wasting my space. I'm enjoying it. I mean, apart from the pain and discomfort of having this kind of thing happen to me over the last couple of days, where the only thing I can compare it to from my reading of information, not what I really feel myself, but things that I've read, things that I've researched, things that I've looked into. The only thing I can compare it to is when somebody describes being probed by aliens. How it's not that painful. It's a little bit uncomfortable. And you feel like you're unable to stop it. It's like it's going to do its thing, then it's going to let me go. I know it's going to let me go because it's got the information it needs. Well, I'm going to jump out of my body and look at the current picture like you do with micro and macro. When will they ever and I'm going to talk about they because, you know, whatever, idiot controllers. When will they ever have enough information? If they're probing us for all our information so as they can build a digital interface for us all, if they're doing that for that reason, maybe even a physical interface too, fuck Elon Musk. But when will they ever be satisfied? See, I think when the alien probe thing happens and people talk about it and they go, okay, I'm going through this, they're looking at how this works. As long as they don't mess with the genetic code, which runs through all humanity. See, one little blip in that genetic code, one little change can change everything. You know, it's like the butterfly effect. And then the timelines go out of shift. And you're like, what? Yeah, I mean, we can get into the whole reality versus imagined reality. Reality is what you imagine it to be, blah, 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 blah. You know, we can go round and round in circles. But I consider the current crop of self-proclaimed controllers are messing with something they don't know what they're doing. They have no fucking clue. And it could absolutely wipe out anything organic by interfacing our genetic code and our genetic, you know, with digital medium becoming sentient beings coming out of computerized algorithms that were copies of ourselves. So, okay, how can I make a brilliant? Oof, I can make a leap. How can I make a leap? Give you something to hold on to. A bad photocopy. Okay, I used to make flyers for clubs I used to run and all that sort of shit. But you have one photocopy and you go to the place and you stick it in the photocopier and then you go chick, and then it comes out and it's like, oh, it's slightly distorted. Oh, that's okay though. Yeah, actually it looks really good. Okay, good enough. That's where it stops, right? You don't get that distorted one and replace the original with the distorted one. Put the lid down, press for. Oh my God, you can't even read the date or the address or the time in which the show's on. Wow. Let's try again. Open the lid, put the copy in, close it. It's not how it works, babies. We are the original. Stay original. Stay absolutely organic as long as you can, because the digital copy of you is not as good. Doesn't work as well. Doesn't get you up in the morning. Ugh, I don't know. So, does my bum look fat in these jeans? Probably. I don't give a shit. What I'm saying is, please, if there's any part of you that has any doubt whatsoever about a digital shift into an area that makes you uncomfortable, then question it, recognize it as a tool that you can use if you want, and then understand that one step beyond is where it goes. One step beyond is where it goes. It doesn't go one step and you go, okay, that's okay. No, it's going to go beyond. There's a firewall, there's a paywall, we can get beyond it, but we have to think about it, and we have to accept that certainly our organic sovereign selves has been working for us. And then we go, well, why does somebody else want to make an improvement of me by making a copy of me or a clone of me, or taking control of my automatic thinking, which, I mean, sure, I'm a lunatic. I don't care what I think. I don't care what you think. It's just the way it is. And I like it that way. It's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to be mean or nasty, but this genetic engineering is the most dangerous control system, because we haven't really properly understood what it means. To understand. I got a brand new car the other day, absolutely brand new, perfect, everything worked on it. So I decided that I was going to take the engine out. What? Yeah, I was going to replace it with a computerized chip. What? I don't know how many comparative studies I need to do in my own brain to get this across to people, but please stay organic. Please stay as real as you can be. Please stay in motion for this human experience, because if you're not in motion in this human experience, that you're stunned, and if you're in a stunned position, the hunter loves the deer in the headlights. Don't be the deer in the headlights. Move. Keep moving. Keep organic. Be free. Excuse me, that was a gross slurp. So we got a little bit into the esoteric but at the same time, I have to have one foot in this reality. My children live here. My lovers live here. My love is within my human experience at the moment, but it's a generalized love, and I'm trying to emanate that to be able to make people consider the options of their organic beliefs versus this digital interface. That one, this one. I'm not saying throw it out. There's no way we're going to be able to throw out the baby with the bathwater. That's not going to happen. We've already advanced way beyond that. Way, way, way beyond that. But that doesn't mean we've lost everything, you see. We haven't thrown the baby out with the bathwater. It's our baby. Stay organic and stay free. Be fertile. What was the Borg? Do you remember? And I'm talking to you, Mr. Screen. Do you remember Star Trek: The Next Generation? It's quite brilliant, really. But they encountered some of the worst evil in the galaxy, known galaxy. It's all internal. Anyway, and they came across the Borg. And the Borg are somewhat sentient, but all run by a hive mind that is connected to the Queen. Yeah, obviously bees, worker bees, and all those. Anyway, but hi, man. And they made people by digitally interfacing with them. You know, Neuralink. Look up Neuralink, and the wonderful, amazing, beautiful Elon Musk. Oh my gosh, he's got so much money. He must be brilliant. What the fuck? Look up Neuralink. He's trying to create the Borg. Anyway, the Borg had a when they were going in to take over a whole planet or whatever, an individual, doesn't matter, take over somebody else's life, it would be resistance is futile. I'm going to take it to another place because we still have this. Resistance is fertile. Stay organic as much as you can. As much as you can. The medical professionals who are being led by the nose by AI and money, they'll have you take things that decrease your possibility of organic breeding and having babies, which is the most natural thing in the world. They're trying to depopulate this globe in any way they can. I mean, I'm not saying it's just that. It's any way they can. And I say they, it's those crazy bloodlines that have been going on for very many years. Most of them are eugenicists. Eugenics. To control the master race. To create a master race. Fuck them. So stay organic. Stay free. Make love. I know this. The 60s slogans are coming out like crazy. Make love, not war. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. My children's 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 children need to know that human nature is a beautiful thing. Nature itself is a beautiful thing. They don't need to know about the digital wars, the genetic code sequencing, the development of artificial intelligence, and then realizing that we've invented a monster. I mean, Frankenstein. I don't know. I mean, we're letting it already exists. So we have a situation here where we have to make choices. If you choose to be partially interfaced with digital that is now becoming sentient, you're kind of giving it up to somebody else. Now, if you're the sort of person that wants to give up your power to somebody else, then you're probably going to go ahead and do it anyway. At that point, I lose you because I can't stick with it. Can't do that. Do not digitally interface. Do digitally interact. Weird, isn't it? Dissection. We need to communicate with each other on our beauty and our understanding that nature, our nature, is one of inquisitiveness and exploration and adventure, but it's all self-propelled, human. Choice. Activate your choice. Oi, oi, oi. Gonna go out in the rain. Weird. All right. I love you very much. That was a good little chat about the digital interface. Love you. Keep going. One foot in front of the other. Live, love, life.